What is up, Light Fam? Welcome to another video. My name is David, your spiritual awakening coach, here to help you through your spiritual awakening. Now, something almost all of us have been through is a really bad breakup. A bad breakup can, of course, be devastating as well as even debilitating. And sometimes it can really take you a long time to recover, especially if you're stuck under the heavy weight of those emotions that may be blocking you from seeing the reason behind the purpose of that relationship or the purpose behind that breakup. So today we're going to be discussing how to get through a breakup so that you can regain your authentic sense of self and get your life back into the flow again. Right now, let's go. How to get over a breakup? Well, remember, there is no rush or a timeline for you to get through it. So you can relax and move through it at your own pace. It's the ego that wants to rush through it because the ego doesn't want to feel those painful emotions, and so it will try to bait you into emotional bypassing. But don't fall for it, Light Fam. Those emotions hold the insight as to what aspect of you needs to be sat with, acknowledged, or even healed, so that that same type of person, only with a different name, does not need to be called into your life yet again to get you to address within yourself what your higher self is wanting you to address. You repeat what you don't repair. Well, let's say that one again. You repeat what you don't repair. As a matter of fact, once you heal what your higher self is wanting you to address, you won't even be attracted to that type of person anymore. How to get over a breakup? Well, remember, you are watching you. What the heck do I mean by that? I mean that you are subconsciously observing how you process this painful period. Are you avoiding those painful emotions through distractions, running, or even addictions? Well, guess what? You're writing the subconscious codes to how you respond to pain. These subconscious codes become wired behavior patterns. Wired behavior patterns are habits. You are what you do. So these wired behavior patterns become your subconscious identity. So what pain response codes are you wiring into your subconscious identity today, Light Fam? If they're not codes of power and resilience, then you need to make behavior patterns in alignment with power and resilience. So, in other words, when you sit with those painful emotions and really sink into the deeper meaning behind them, you are showing yourself how resilient you are. You're showing yourself that you are unbreakable. You're writing a new code with a higher pain tolerance, one that doesn't view pain as a scary thing. Well, what are the benefits of that? It means that in that next relationship, you're not going to have a guarded heart where you're blocking love because you're scared of getting hurt again. Love is able to share the same vibrational space with you when you are in an energetic state of receptivity and allowing, not a closed off state of protection, which is really a state of resistance. How to get over a breakup? Well, you need to remove yourself from the 3D physicality of the situation. Well, he or she did this and that, then they cheated on me, then they blocked me. That's looking through the ego's lens of validation and vindication. There's nothing sweeter to the 3D ego than feeling like it got the last word and now there's closure. It's not about the other person. It's about what frequency are you holding that allowed that person to share the same vibrational space with you. So if we do some honest introspection, ask yourself, are there abandonment issues, self-worth issues, self-love issues, needing to fix others issues? Stop taking on people as fixer-uppers out there, Light Fam. But it's the real you, not the ego, that knows that that relationship was called in to get you to heal those unresolved traumas. But you have to be still and sit with those painful emotions without avoiding them to get the insight on what needs the healing. You know, there's a popular meme out there that says, you didn't lose if you learned the lesson. And I like that. That's pretty good. But I adjusted it a little bit. I like to say, you didn't lose if you healed the trauma. I like that one better. Let me know if you guys like that one better. I think that one is a little bit more to the point. After you've had a chance to sit with the pain and do the shadow work necessary to heal it, next you want to contemplate what gifts are asking to be birthed from this breakup. Oftentimes we ignore our own gifts, talents, and abilities because we're so focused on this other person. But a breakup is an excellent opportunity to go within and do some introspection. What gifts are you denying the rest of the world from enjoying, like fam, because you've been so focused on this other person? You know, a lot of my clients, after we've gotten into the shadow work, we've dug deep and we've started the healing, now all of a sudden they feel this huge call to start a heart-led business of service to others. And that's what I want for all of you guys. But you got to do the shadow work first, because you can only give what you've got. So if you have unhealed trauma, that frequency is going to be in the energy that you are giving to people, even though you're trying to help them. So do the shadow work first, heal it first before trying to help others, because your lowest vibrational frequency, such as unhealed trauma, will always limit how high you can ascend. So unhealed trauma, low vibration, is always going to keep you out of living a life from the perspective of 5D consciousness. Now, for all of my viewers out there that have been on this spiritual path for a minute, you've been doing the spiritual work, I have to give an honorable mention to the spiritual ego. So if you've been doing the spiritual work, be careful. The spiritual ego may be blocking your healing, because the spiritual ego says, I've done all of this work. I'm not attached to outcome or expectations. I'm too spiritually advanced for that. But yet you feel like crap because you actually are attached to the outcome. And that's perfectly fine. It doesn't mean that you're not spiritual. It just means that you've allowed the spiritual ego to jump into the driver's seat, because the spiritual ego wants to be recognized for all of this hard spiritual work. And the spiritual ego feels above the 3D experience of feeling these low vibrational emotions. Oh, that's the low vibration emotions are too good for the spiritual ego. Don't let your spiritual ego bait you into not being honest with yourself as to what you're actually feeling. Facing, analyzing, and healing what you're actually feeling holds the key to you graduating from needing to heal that same trauma in the next relationship. Now, that's not to say the universe is not going to give you another opportunity to either choose the new behavior in alignment with healed trauma, or choose the old behavior in alignment with unhealed trauma. In fact, if you're carrying that frequency of unhealed trauma, you will attract it. But you say, why? I've done so much work. Again, that's just the ego saying, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Wanting to get to the destination as fast as possible and get rewarded for that hard work. But if you're carrying that frequency of unhealed trauma, that is a vibrational match. And it comes back around, not because the universe is this maniacal player of head games and just wants to test you. No, the universe is energy, not head games. There's a vibrational match to unhealed trauma, which has made it show up in your vibrational space, even if that frequency is minute. Now, it doesn't mean that the shadow work failed. It just means that the shadow work is not complete yet. And that's okay. There's more work to do. But when that frequency becomes dormant, you will not even find that old archetype that was attracted to that unhealed trauma even attractive again. A lot of my clients report being completely repulsed when that old archetype is even around as a possibility. Well, congratulations, you've healed the trauma. Now, question of the day. How do you get over a breakup? Leave those comments below, Light Fam, so that we can all learn from one another. If you need a helping hand getting over a breakup so that you can find your spiritual sovereignty again and live from a place of power, we can work one-on-one through Zoom. Check the description below for that. If you have a question for me, add me over on Instagram _Lightways. Until next time, I will see all of you guys in the next video. Light, love, and abundance to all that are watching, and to all you love. Peace, guys.